So, welcome to the meat and potatoes of tonight's show. Concentration on NKG, and it will cost you. Doesn't help that he's the fastest boss. Yes and no. He's definitely the fastest technically. He has the fastest attacks. However, he has once they're coming, there's such a pattern that you can train against them. Him, the Grim Troop version, and the Sisters of Battle are like the three fairest fights. But the problem, because he's got like no RNG to him, it means that some bosses that are nearly as fast, like the Pure Vessel or the Absolute Radiance, but have a lot more variation and not so many set patterns in their moves, can kind of feel faster because you have to react quicker in a weird way to allow for the random element, if that makes sense. Perez, thank you for the host. Thank you for the host indeed. Version of let's get underway while we're doing chatting. The pure vessel is the Uber version of the Hollow Knight. The pure vessel is essentially the uncorrupted Hollow Knight. A good run with him, I can comfortably clear him with like most of my health left and maybe only take a couple of hits total. But it's all got to come together when it counts. It's a shame because I tend to find now the first three, or even on a good run, the first three phases of the Absolute Radiance are quite manageable, whereas all his phases kind of blend together. But there we go, right. It was good having warmed up, having done a little one of these off stream, and Grim went well. Zote and Markov went incredibly well actually. I hope I can replicate that. I hope I don't sort of lose my cool and have a run that ends on Zote due to a bad Markov attempt. But there we go. I've probably read the first part of the Archon trilogy. In fact, with the Horus Heresy stuff, thank you, Toxic, and work cool. No worries, Mandy. Cheers, Davy. We work a 37-hour day here. You'll get used to it when you have a psychotic episode. I promise we won't judge. And if you don't have the emotes, we have the welcome command. Do feel free to wave that welcome. And yeah, Melissa's saying I haven't. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you don't want a space between the exclamation mark to trigger command Strazar, but you had the right idea. Thank you, Penneth. Yeah, at the moment I'm pretty much just reading the main things I was reading with the 40k lore is the Horus Heresy stuff. I've fallen way behind on it. I'm on like book 36, 37. Oh god, that was rubbish. This is one of the first bosses I actually did on Radiant, and now it's like I always take a bunch of damage off of her needlessly. Oh come on, you utter bitch. Right, I'll let her bounce over there for a bit because I'm just screwing up now. I've still got to shake out the failure. Shake out the failure from the Pure Vessel. That was... I saw myself on... It's easy to forget that the Shadow Dash actually dashes a little bit longer than a regular dash. So it can carry you over the edge of where you think you're going to go. I was like, right, we did really well against Grim there. Did a good recovery against Grim. Really, let's not screw up against the Pure Vessel. And I didn't do anything stupid with the tentacles. I kept doing the right stuff, like not trying to dive into them and absorb the damage. I didn't handle the blades at all well. The blades coming up. Normally, on a good run, I'm next to him every time, not getting hit and getting him to his stun phase, but that time, so I've got to sort of shake that out. But yeah, the other ones I've been reading, do you guys remember Drazar, Melissa, other folks who follow sort of 40k and enjoy the lore? Charge at me, don't dive over my head. Or, you know, just keep doing that. The Humble Bundle had that amazing introduction to 40k book selection of ebooks, and there was a bunch of really good ones. So I've actually been catching up on some lore books that are more about the current time. I just finished the first of the new Fabius Bile books, Clone Lord, not Clone Lord, the one before Clone Lord, Primogenitor. I've done one of the ones that's about the Adeptus Custodes, and the Emperor's personal guardians. Did one of them. Started a second one of them. It's covering what's going on Earth leading up to the arrival of Primarch Guilliman and the Indomitus Crusade. What else? I've got a bunch of good ones I can look forward to, like Devastation of Baal and the Tendril of High Fleet Kraken are landing on the Blood Angels homeworld. I think that's going to be good. Apparently, from folks who I follow on YouTube who talk the lore and that, like it's one of the really good ones. And yeah, I've got a whole bunch of different like recent ones now to try out from that Humble Bundle thing. It was really good. But I bought the new Necromunda when they re-released it. It came back out again because the new miniatures they're making are really good. The only ones I don't really like. Oh, Total War Warhammer. Are they doing a Total War 40k? That's really cool. Because the 40k games that were beloved, that were real-time strategy, were the Dawn of War games. And the first one is still far and away the best. The second one was more of a kind of squad command. Everyone dumped on the third one. What sucks about it is I didn't think it was so bad, but it became abandonware. It just got given up on, which is a real shame. I think it tried to please everyone. The fans of Dawn of War 1 and Dawn of War 2 were two very different sets of people, genre-wise. Also, having Gabriel Angelos, the Blood Ravens, being able to do these crazy somersaults in Terminator armor. Sorry, but no, that's kind of stupid. I know Terminator armor is pretty amazing, but it doesn't matter how good he is, you do not somersault in Terminator armor. But a Total War, I can see, because this 40k working well in that, if they still keep the free-flowing element of it, because the grand artworks, you know, the big artworks in the rulebooks are these massive grand battles. I'd love to see that happen. If there's a Total War 40k, I'll be all over that on Tactical Thursday. I didn't know that was actually coming. Have I tried a Total War Warhammer game, Makian? I own the first one, and yeah, I tried it. There was another 40k, not 40k, fantasy one that came out quite a few years ago. It was like 2006, 2007, and it was a very cool strategy game. It was like an Imperial Empire guy going through dealing with this like invasion by Nurgle. Obviously, this is in Warhammer Fantasy rather than Age of Sigmar. And I think the Total War 1 and 2 still happen in the world that was the original fantasy for the first 8 editions rather than Age of Sigmar. But I want to actually try those newer ones. The last one I did on fantasy was quite a while ago, but they are great. They are really, really great. I don't think I'm that high up. I know I have the first 20. Yeah, they get better and better as well. There's some that have been neglected are getting really good, but yeah, you've got to... I think they're up to almost into the low 50s at this point, maybe even the mid 50s, because the Horus Heresy books just fucking print money. And fair play to them, they're all pretty great. Stupid ghost. There we are, right, he's down. I gave Dawn of War, I gave on a side for his Silksong. Yeah, sorry, talking Hollow Knight. F in chat for Tiso. Sucks to be him. I love how he doesn't just die, he just gets actually crushed to pieces. It's quite cruel. There we go. He's quite manageable to do if you do the dashing. Oh, bless you, still doing the... but yeah, Antrim Silksong. Now, talking to EGX, I brought it up earlier, the Electronic Games Expo. Biggest show in the UK, one of the biggest in Europe. Probably on par with Gamescom. I got to play a couple of levels of Silksong. At there. They had what's the current Wii? The Switch. That was not the Wii. The current Nintendo is a Switch. They had Silksong on Switch, and they had a couple of playable levels, and it's even then it's looking pretty solid. It's more of Hollow Knight, but better. A slightly richer palette of colours. Similar UI. Don't, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But a bit more Hornet specific. A little bit more specific to Hornet and her needle. The areas she's exploring, you got like a lot more. There's like a jungle area in that demo level, but it wasn't sort of like the green path. It didn't have that kind of muted influences of purples matched with greens, and like purples and greys matched with greens that the Green Path and the Queen's Gardens have. It was a much more vibrant, sort of lustrous jungle green. There was also this big foundry area that was very sort of like glowing and hot orange and iron metal and sort of fire effects and stuff. So you see here is kind of very golden, celestial. It had that kind of same glow, but it was much more orange and rich and hot as you'd want. But it looked great, it played great. So yeah, my most popular Instagram post to date on my streamer Instagram was that I took a photo, just a couple of like, hey, Silksong plays really good, and I took a photo of the title screen on the Switch. Freaking 400 likes on it later. It was kind of crazy, but yeah, it's looking really solid. For thoughts, musing, stuff outside of being live, and schedule graphics, I put the full schedule graphic on my Twitter. The schedule that comes up as a command here is always posted as a full graphic with details of what I'll be doing and when and how, and extra stuff that isn't just in the schedule commands. YouTube, my gameplay archives go onto there, so this stuff minus when I come out for subs or cheers or anything like that, and the intros and the outros, those are just for you lovely folks who arrive live. And I'll be doing bespoke stuff on YouTube later in the year, actual proper YouTube content hopefully. Right, second phase on him. Oh. Come on, mate. Come on, come on. Nice way to finish him. A bish streak to the face, and he's down. But yeah, of the Archon trilogy. Sorry, you're talking the books. You were downloading the ebook. Now I follow you, Penneth. I didn't know you were into the 40k lore, mate. That's cool. I was close enough to that one. It went over the top of my head. I didn't realise that can actually happen. That's cool. That's one thing I haven't really read is Dark Eldar lore, which is a shame. With the Dark Eldar, when I read the short stories, you know, that they put on the Warhammer community site, like some of the, like a lot of the Psychic Awakening stuff. The Psychic Awakening being the big event that led up to the latest edition of 40k. And the biggest change as well, they've changed the logo up. They've done a big change to the lore. They split the galaxy in half. They've started to bring back Primarchs. Because I remember the second Eds when you had the sort of real retro sort of 80s, 90s gold, black and red 40k logo. Because they had one for first Ed when it was Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader and it was just a skirmish game. And then the second Ed. And then for third Ed they made it the black and green, which everyone's been used to for third Ed through to 8th edition. And now they've changed it up. It's their fourth full logo. It's really implying that a lot's coming. But yes, so on the topic of Dark Eldar and on the short stories they give for free on the Warhammer community website are really the ones that they do for the Dark Eldar and stuff leading up to Psychic Awakening. I'm not going to get him down. Fuck! Damn it! Now I've got to do a second pass of that bullshit. I hate it when he goes airborne rather than on the ground in a shit position. It's like I'm going to win. Just stop slowing me down. Wearing a clean shirt because I called you out yesterday. Maybe Evil Jess. Good evening, Citizen Evil Jess. Thanks. We also dates back to Gem, the 80s cartoon. Nice. And sorry, gems are truly outrageous. It's a magnificent Tarek reference. Okay, right, there's enough damage to that one. Let's bully the other one for a bit. Okay, patch up while they're floating. They need them to go a bit closer together. Okay, there goes one. 1, 2. Okay, I'll take one on the chin. Oh, damn it. The attacks are so fast, you're always sort of seemingly in the wrong place. There we go, right, I can patch up for 3 on the quick. And Jess, how are you doing? Oh, hey, look, it's a Juice Crew! Happy Tuesday, Jess. I hope life's treating you alright. You are good, excellent. How hot is it where you are? It's melting, well, it's melting by British standards, which take whatever temperature it is in Celsius for us and add 10 because we're such a humid country. Stupidly humid country. all that rain still sits in the sky when it's not falling on our heads, and then it combines with the heat to make us extra moist. Roasting. It's gonna rain soon. Ah, summer rain. Alright, first dance. Oh my god, that was truly outstandingly crap. Okay, right, 3 damage off the bat and I'm barely in. That is a pretty outstanding opening performance. Trod on a few toes there. Sorry, ladies. My bad. 1,000 pardons. That's okay, good. As soon as I said found my rhythm now, and I got thumped again. Right, there goes one. I'm getting quite quick at taking out one of them though, and as soon as one's down, it's like, yeah, you've won. You're fine. Why did I even try and heal there? That was silly. Just getting recklessly cocky, because I know this is going to be alright. Back from the office. Welcome back to the chat, Kersey. Missed your lovely face. Because I can picture it with your awesome ice blue neon video game hair. Kersey has some of the best hair in Krayven's town, I kid you not. Hubris Cray is here. He never left, Jess. You know this. You know this. Hubris Cray and Real Me are one and the same. He's here to stay. I have to say, streamed audio only on the drive home with your clash with Nightmare King Grim. That must have been fascinating to listen to. Step, step, static, dodge, just take the one, back to the center, step, back to the center, round, round. Would have been my, if we put money on it, would have been my guess. So, because of course, yeah, you've watched it enough times to know what moves go with it. And remind me, Kuz, are you playing Hollow Knight yourself? Do you sort of know the game as well, or do you know it sort of like entirely from my semi-competent flailings on Tuesdays? I love the Mamu fight. I feel almost bad for violently beating it up. Really? Okay. Since when have you been playing Hollow Knight? Atrim, more or less 8,000 billion years. At least it feels like. I don't know in terms anymore when I started, honestly. But in terms of hours, we're on about, probably would be very close to 200 hours at the end of this session. Doing it. It took 120 hours to get all 112% for pure completion. I did the main game, including the true endings and all the other kind of options and discoverables in the main game, in about 100 hours, maybe less, and then it took about just under 20 to do Pantheons 1 through 4. And then 120 to 190 odd 200 hours has been on the Pantheon of Hallownest on its own, because it's just such a step up. That's true. It can't include me because my hair is rubbish and balding. But what I lack in hair, I make up for in forehead. I don't know, I'm not being like trying to fish for compliments. I could admit where I'm lacking, and and as I say, I don't have a 4-head so much as a 5-head. It's glorious. Could solve the energy crisis with the solar power that reflects off of it. There we go. Zay is Kray's Pantler's Pantheon. Well, that's every stream. There's a reason the webcam stops at chest height. There we go. It took me 102 hours. Nice one. That's solid. That's a little bit quicker than myself there. It was literally almost 120. I think it was like 119 and 30 something, 40 minutes to do 112%. You lose, of course, you lose quite a few hours by doing it live. And yeah, part of the reason it's taking me so long, Atrim, to give a proper finish my answer to your question, is because I only do it once a week. So in terms of how long I've been at it in terms of real world time, it could have been, it's months and months and months, probably over a year. Literally, because I play Hollow Knight. The only times I started playing Hollow Knight off stream was to practice the Pantheon of Hallownest. It would get looked at once a week and that was it. So I'd have to spend a little bit of time remembering where I was and where I was going back and forth. You say like all English. I'm sorry, but there's quite a number of Americans. I'll take that from someone in California or Florida, but someone in Pennsylvania talking about white people and tanning. I'm sorry, pipe the fuck down. That's the popcorn in the kettle black. That's like kind of someone from Alaska saying you're a bit pale. But honestly, English people, we come in quite a range. We do have quite a few folks who are a bit browner, and right, the bees aren't coming back down. That was getting a bit squeaky bum time there. 1, 2, 3. But yeah, a lot of us are quite white. As a British gamer, I am as white as a snowman, as white as a snowman with a bukkake fetish. Whiter than Casper and nearly as transparent. I can kind of half watch while I'm dealing with this dude. Like all English, that's racism right there. Anti-English racism. Yeah, no problem, Mackie. And I was just thinking about that. I want to sort of find a natural stopping point. Probably either at the end of this run, if we beat it or not, will be a nice halfway point to replenish my drink. So I had that in mind. Don't worry. But yeah, right now I don't need it. This I can do standing on my head. At least we don't. Yeah, I was going to say one thing us Brits can poke a little bit of fun at the Scots, because if we're white, they're pale blue. And the same with the weather. Like, okay, England's famous for rain. It's like, really, go to Scotland. Proper rain there. Let's see. Okay, we're already on the triple. Get rid of those damn primal aspids because they're a total pain in the ass. And you tan really well on your right arm being a driver. You're a driver, Drazar. Oh, okay. So you got the sort of trucker's tan or taxi driver's tan sort of going on. Oh damn it! Come on! Stop trying to grab me, freak. Every time the collectors appears, I think it's Darkness coming back. Yeah, true. Fair play, fair play. That's cool, man. Alright, back to here to make a jump a long way and try and nail me. And then boop. Okay, he's probably gonna... No, he's not gonna spit. But I like it when he goes backwards rather than forwards. It does make life quite a bit easier. Okay, that's more how it should go. She's such a sneaky bitch. She tries to nail you while you're healing after he goes down. She always sneaks in. There's a few like that who will try and do attacks after you've already defeated the boss, which is never attack him when he's bowing. It's very unsporting. Right, let's see if I can do better than last time. I took way more damage than I should have done last time. This is a nice little practice for Grim where I don't have to sort of worry or concentrate, because he's... At this point, I won't say he's an easy fight, but he's... with the hours and hours I've spent on this game, it's quite easy for me at this point. Bosh, bosh, bosh. Why, thank you, Davy. That's very kind of you. He gets mad, yeah. He doesn't only get mad, he'll get angry, but he'll also do an additional balloon phase. He'll start the fight with one of those where he inflates in the middle. One of these, he'll start the fight doing that, and you'll have to deal with an extra one for being unsporting, for sort of hitting him while he's bowing to the crowd, because he's a true showman. He's the troop master, and he's bowing to the crowd to put on the show. It's such a wonderful little character detail. I really like it about him. Because I don't mind. I could do these phases all day, but they're one of the more troublesome ones, especially when he gets the Nightmare King himself, and each one of those little balls can hit you for 2. Like when she tries to stick a finger in your bum. But what? Jesus Christ. Jess has turned this into an After Dark stream. I saved that for the OnlyFans. Save that for the OnlyFans. Oh, you mean the tan on one finger, the cabbie's tan, where the one finger's resting over the lip of the window of the car. Don't need to heal, don't need to rest up. That went really well. I think I took like 1 damage. Oh, when the God Tamer sneaks up on you from behind, like with a finger in the bum. Okay. Also that. As opposed, where except for a finger, she's got a massive scythe. Super hard to dodge the attack when he floats and send fireballs and you're playing with PC controls. That's I'm on PC at the moment. Atrim, are you do you play this with the keyboards? Bloody hell, you're braver than me. And most people find that harder. Ooh, almost nailed me twice there. Oh, why did I dash in time with him? And you can't just pogo on their heads because their attacks do an overhand swing as well, which will get you as you try and bounce on top of them. Much as bouncing on top of... I've never seen that before. He was so close to the wall it actually gave a shockwave. Well, a shockwave. Simply take control, I believe is how it goes. Right, there's only one of them up at the moment, so let's get in the triple. Ah, realised my shadow dash wasn't cooled down. I'm going to take extra damage there needlessly. Just took 3 again. Oh, 4. Of course, I'm trying to heal, so he does the rolly one. Arsehole. Okay, I need to heal up here. I need to heal up here a lot. Dick, go away. Thank you. 2, 3. Because the next fight I've got to do. I've made an absolute mess, a complete pig's ear of these guys the last couple of times. I need to make sure I've got some fuel in the tank for yeah, because I want to have a little bit of spell damage because we got Umu next. I keep forgetting. Well, Antrim, fair play to you, man. My keyboard would be crushed if I played Hollow Knight on it. Yeah, almost broke my keyboard playing Shovel Knight. I almost broke playing Shovel Knight on keyboard. Shovel Knight is one I want to try. That's like people say Mortal Kombat with keyboard. You have to be a fully fledged masochist not only to play that, but also get any enjoyment out of it. Not until tomorrow. Not until tomorrow, Jess. Thanks for asking. Yeah, tomorrow at 4 o'clock my time. Alright, the chasey electricity. This is the... Got 5. 5's good. Right, next blast or 2 will kill him. He needs to summon some more jellyfish. It's peanut butter jelly time. It's Umi jelly summon time. Ooh, nice. And get wrecked. That went about as well as Umu can go. That's the difference having Essence has for you. So you can use spells against those guys rather than having to chase them down and melee them. Wouldn't know what to do with the controller. Perez. Now, Perez has done all of the bosses on Radiant difficulty. He's got the entire Hall of the Gods with a full roster of gold stars, of gold medallions. And you did all that on a keyboard. I did not know that until this second, or I forgot. All this time, on top of not only doing that, you actually did Hollow Knight on a keyboard, and you've done the whole Pantheon and all of them with all 4 bindings, and you've done all the bosses on Radiant, and you've done that with a keyboard. You are a legend, sir. You are amazing. I bow to your hollow superiority, your Hollow Knight superiority. Sorry, hollow superiority sounds like, yeah, your fake superiority. Not at all. Very real and very, very impressive. That is absolutely sick. That is Craypog right there. That is much poggers. That is... Okay. Bam. Oh, this guy's such... Much like the Vengefly, the double Vengefly king at the beginning, this guy's such a pain. It's weird going back to the earlier Pantheons as well. Because the earlier Pantheons are just the normal fights. If you didn't already know, in the Pantheon of Hallownest, this version, you fight the bosses how to do the damage output and have the health of their regular forms, but they have the arena and additional abilities of their powered up versions, their double damage versions. So going back and doing the bindings in the regular Pantheons 1 through 4. You're suddenly fighting just one Vengefly King again, or like Markoth in an arena where the ground still exists, you're like, Jesus Christ, I'm so used to having to bounce around on platforms. This is almost laughably easy now. So you get so used to this more difficult method. There he goes. That will explain why. That explains why the Kraybeard. The Kraybeard's not trimmed. Scruffy Cray. Oh, Melissa with the Craygasms for Scruffy Cray. I appreciate that. Thank you. 1, 2. Okay, he didn't do the. Yeah, someone said last time, I was like really caught by surprise that he didn't do that every time he swung forward. But when I've been practicing earlier, it was quite a few attempts when he. That was stupid. Yeah, he came forward and yet only did the 1, 2, and then that one. So on a jumping attack, I'm used to him doing just the double. Okay, and then the buzzsaw with the triple. But yeah, it is possible for him to just do a double even if he moves forward. So if I can remember that person's name, I need to confirm with them you were indeed 100% correct, good sir or madam. It was weird, I just hadn't seen that for so long that I'd gotten into a rhythm, and it's like, oh wait, no, that person was right. To be fair and sensibly, I didn't say I didn't say no, you're wrong. I'm like, I remember it differently, but as always, I said I could be wrong. 1, 2, down he goes. You are such... Oh, Jess loves winding me up with that. That was actually the one time I shaved smooth in years. That was for that interview for a very high-level job at Facebook that I ultimately didn't get because they weren't actually interested in me for that role. They were interested in me for other potential roles. And there was just a way to get hold of me without going through the recruiter, which I took as a compliment. But yeah, that one I shaved, put on a shirt and a tie. But sure, and Jess is like, we all know it was a woman. I'm like, no! And the more I insist it was, the more she loves winding me up. As you should. As you absolutely should. What are online friendship for, if not for casually trolling people? Especially someone like me. I'm so easy to get. Oh, fucking hell. I'm just going to block all her attacks with my face. And, like, not dodge any of them. Thank goodness. It's getting wrecked there. Okay, I might have to... feck off. Got to save enough to actually heal myself. Okay, let's not get thumped by... Oh, again! Too fast! Too fast! I know what's coming and I'm reacting too early to it. And then I didn't move...
We gotta go! We gotta go!
Oh, thank you, Lone Wolf!
Hey! We gotta go! We gotta go!
Thank you, Lone Wolf, so much. No, Atrim, I haven't because, but yeah, no, I don't have any mods going. The reason why is because this is still my first playthrough. Because I'm doing it totally blind. I have a general rule that unless a game needs mods to be a little bit better and a little bit more fixed, for example, like Dark Souls environment. I always do a first playthrough pretty much as is, unless it really merits it. And this game being basically perfect already, and frankly hard enough, as most of what I've seen of the Hollow Knight mods is the game. Have you done all the challenges and now you find the whole thing super easy? Well, let's make it even harder. And I'm like, nope, I've still got some of the regular challenges to, well, I say regular, the challenges in the actual game, not the unmodded game, to deal with for now. So I will sit pretty with those. I don't know if I'll stream any more Hollow Knight except for special occasions once I beat this Pantheon. Like one-offs, but I mean as in stream it regularly week after week after week. But if I wouldn't mind doing future playthroughs because I've done so many of the achievements already that I'd kind of like to get do a Steel Soul run or some of the speedrun achievements. Okay, the ghosts are coming in 2 by 2. Hurrah, hurrah! On their way to to Noah's crib. Get ready to go in the Ark in that true story that definitely happened. What kind of... am I right in thinking... Well, Atrim, have you tried any of the mods? Same question back at you. That's like you move the game forward every 60 seconds, isn't it? I kind of heard a bit about that. It's quite a cool indie, from what I recall. It's possibly... I think it was you who mentioned it to me, or you're one of the people who mentioned it to me previously, Jess. So I'm remembering that right. Oh, look at that. That was some clutch ghost avoidance right there. You think you're safe in the thorns, lady? Oh, damn it, missed. Whoa! Didn't want to... Yes, oh, excellent. That's what you want to happen. If she goes over there, you can bounce her into the thorns because there's a limit, there's a hard limit to how far she can go off screen. Cool. The rest of it I will discover as I get around to playing it. Oh, he's already doing that one. Okay. But yeah, from what I've heard, or the mods that people tend to mention about Hollow Knight is not so much changing any of the game. It's just like, let's introduce some stuff to make it even harder. I'm like, no, I'll be fine, thanks. Right, we've got the white defender, and then things actually start getting serious. I mean, they are serious beforehand, but if I'm struggling at all, I'm suddenly like, oh shit, I've got to pay attention to the game. I'm actually taking damage. Whereas once we get past the Soul Tyrant, I'm like, no, I actually have to pay attention just to survive. Okay, patch up a couple. Nice try. He keeps getting me. Keeps clipping me. Sponsored stream on Thursday. Desperado's got released from its... prick. Stop interrupting my awesome and necessary needs to heal. Actually getting hit by him when he does some shit like that is actually quite rare. Well, he wrecked that guy. I think I asked this before, but in this game, are we bug people? Yes, everything's bugs. They're all bugs. Most of the bugs are dead. They're the remains of a great sort of dead underground kingdom. The ruins of a kingdom called Hallownest. But there's Dirtmouth, the fading town. There's a few random sort of NPCs and explorers and adventurers you'll encounter there. But yeah, most of them have... I normally don't get hit by any of these freaking balls coming in. Anyway. Or very few of them. Tactics Blades of the Shogun as well, which is another extremely well-made game. But I got that key through a streamer, an influencer PR group. They connect developers with streamers. Because I do the Tactical Thursdays, they're like, yeah, we can sort you out the copy of Desperados 3. So I was like, all right, cool. That'll be a nice little stopgap between XCOM and the next thing we have. Thanks very much. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? But yeah, still, much respect to them, and the devs are still providing the keys to the agency at the end of the day. So more than happy if they're a good studio, do good games, and they're nice people. We need more of that in the games industry. Obviously, I've got very personal feelings about the games industry being better. But personal because of professional. Boom. Nice little minimal movement there. Just a single thing and a jump. Oh, fell down a bit weird. Catch up on the chat in just a second. I'll try and look at it as I go. If he does one of his slower moves. Oh, god damn it. Gotta still make sure I'm not getting too thumped though. Huh. I'm 2 health down. This is another dude I really need to do on... Quick. There we are, nailed him. Need to do on Radiant. I'm like 1 hit away. I've gotten within 1 hit doing it, and I've just made a simple mistake because your hands get too sweaty because you're concentrating that hard. At least they do for me on my controller. I'm always bringing up sweaty hands, probably putting half of you off your dinner when I'm doing this. There we are. Oh, that would have been a nice little jumping maneuver, wouldn't it? And jumping through. There we are. Come on. There we go. And then we've got to start running and dodging. Got to keep pressing forward as you dash. That seems to make the millimetrical difference. Wrecked. Love it when they go on the ground. It's super quick. It's also been used in The Girl with All the Gifts and The Last of Us. I don't know The Girl with All the Gifts. Oh, the concept of spiritual infection. Markoth. Oh, he had to go down low. That's annoying. We're going to just try and kite him up in this general direction. Ah, fuck. Right. Oh, thought I'd parried off the shield there. Okay, let's not get overly reckless. I think I need another healing phase before we get him onto his second phase. This is probably not a good position to be in. Okay, good. We'll actually do some damage to the boy, though. There we are. Damn it, I need that to nail him like multiple times. Like that, for example, but then everything comes in and batters me, which is... And the nails are now happening twice as quickly. Oh, fuck, I've got to take control of this fast. How is he not dead? Oh, 5 health going into Zoe. Thanks for coming back. Okay, I'm now gonna have to really concentrate on this guy because now if the RNG goes really poorly on this, it's run over, it's attempt over, low latency on. Okay. Okay. Oh, fuck off. I can't afford failure against him. Why? Why did I do that? I can barely see what was going on there. That was a lot of awkward shit at once. Fucking ads. One. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm breaking even. Back up to 5. Back up to 5. Oh, damn it, I destroyed that ad. I hate this fucking guy. I dodged that. I dodged that, you fat prick. Oh, sorry, getting salty now. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, I can get back up to 5 again. RNG on this dude is ridiculous. Hate this fight. Hate that fight. Oh man, that was getting a bit squeaky bum time.
I see trouble.
Okay, right. At least we didn't die against either one of them. Managed to recover from a bad Markoth and a bad Markoth and a not especially great Zope attempt. Okay, he's going to do a big slam there. Melee works quite well against this particular guy because the falling rocks happen constantly when you're fighting him. The failed champion is like an increased difficulty compared to the false knight. But because if you're melee, basically his big body blocks all of them. Right, that's the 3rd time. Let's fully replenish. He's the strongest. Yeah, so if you want to whisper, use the little chat bubble or /whisper. Yeah, that'll sort you out. Sorry, Atrim, didn't realise you didn't know how to do it. Clearly, he wasn't happy with his free. Someone get that Zote some proper ice cream. I love the little fencing he does, and he just wiggles his sword like, "Stay away, little man." Yeah, that's how he attacks in his basic form as well. Like, that's how when you fight him in the arena, that's how he does it. He's like, meh, because his sword's rubbish. It's made of wood. Alright. Alerts obviously and sound effects and so on paused. Let's see if we can match the previous efforts, maybe even better. He's opening with that one, is he? Alright. Counter Hadouken. That was a bit close. Step. Round. Step. Through Hadouken. Static. Counter Hadouken. Back through, back to the center, round. Hadouken. 25%. I wish there was a rhythm or a pattern that I could get into as easily or as straightforward or predictably like this versus the pure vessel. We would get way more attempts on the Absolute Radiance if I could. Hadouken. Fuck, why did I do that? Alright. Thankfully the 33% was just in time. Oh, damn. Why did I dash when I didn't need to? Never dash against this guy when you don't need to. Shadow dash, that is. Oof, that was a bit messy. Step. Counter, save it for healing, save it for healing. Too little left in the tank to get away with Hadoukens now. Until we build up a fresh reservoir of essence. If I'm fast enough. Oh, not quite. And clutch heal, went back to full. Step. Static. Got my wires crossed there, did the wrong thing. Back through, back to the center. 50%. Okay. Keep on jumping, jumping, jumping. And the counter, save it for healing. Step. Step. And Bosch. Down, back through. Clutch heal. Round. Fucking, alright, use the iframes. Oh, I hate it when he does that bullshit counter. That's always a mean one when you get caught by... That was a good timing on the second heal. Oh wow, that was lucky. Okay, I got some good RNG there. That is about the only instance of RNG you'll get with this guy, is that sometimes you think you dive in expecting the projectiles, and instead it's he actually steps back and repositions himself for a lunge, which is a bit, you can't really recover from it, at least not with my pattern. Okay. Step. Won't be fast enough. See there, if you dash too fast with him there, you're screwed, but it's sometimes a little bit hard to tell the difference between whether he's about to do his projectiles or that. 99% of the time you're fine, but sometimes it just screws you over. Or maybe I just get like a bit too much anticipation coming in. Actually starting to narrate this in the third person, which is uncommon for me when I'm doing this. Maybe I'm getting a bit more confident. Nope, now I've said that, something terrible is going to happen. Nope, nothing to Hadouken with. He's got to be close. He's had his last bubble phase. Okay, we're on full health anyway. There he goes. There we go. There we go. There we go. Just briefly unpause, unmute there. I see you shiver with anticipation. Let's see if I can do a little bit better against... We listened to that just like an hour ago, so I'm just going to pass it this time. Appreciate the vote of confidence, Jess. Whatever you say, that cape is amazing. Those cape and pauldrons. Okay. I'll go quite quiet on this one because That's too close. He did the double on me, the dirty fecker. Huh, didn't know he could teleport on that side like that. Oh, he's already doing that, is he? That's good. Okay, come on. Probably going to do tentacles soon. Oh, fiddle. Totally called it. The fuck? Too fast. Catch up. That's a bit more like it. Right. Let's get unpause briefly. I've got to go and get a towel for my hands. That's how that should normally go. I will be 30 seconds. Okay, right. Remute. Here we go. Oh, fuck me. I'm fine. Done this countless times. Not countless, but double figures in the practice halls. Let's see if it all comes together. Good luck. Oh, thanks, Teabag. No pressure. Okay, cool. It's good to see that on the screen live. Okay. Ooh, bit of a wonky start. Very wonky start. That's okay. Okay. Damn, she's beaming me a lot at the moment. That's a bit harsh. Phase 2. I know I could do a Bish Shriek, but I like to be on full health before I do, if I can possibly help it. Oh, fuck, that was poorly timed. Okay. Oh man, I'm getting some harsh RNG here. Actually a well-timed one. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Getting nailed by beams. This is a lot of beams. Almost tried to spawn a ball on my, where I was stood. That's cool. Gonna melee so I can save up the health to heal in the transition. Okay, good, and we're back on full. It's gonna... We are all out of gum. Right, phase 4. It was a bit of a wonky start, but kept it together. Okay, that's a shit position to be in. Like to be lower down if I can, especially for this. Oh, come on, come low. That was a tiny bit of frame lag there. keep your shit together. Alright. Okay, RNG is being a real bastard. Just staying up high the whole time. Okay, it's alright, got all the time in the world. Oh, 4 of them this time rather than 3. Finally. Okay, what attack is that? Damn, I was hoping she'd stick around. Oh man, not trolled me enough with beams on the first 3 phases. Had to do more of them here. Fuck! No, that's cool. It's cool. Got enough to heal one more again. Okay, and that was actually it. Let's not get stupid. Okay, good. She hasn't started the 5th phase. I get an opportunity to patch up a bit. Oh! Oh! Okay, right. Just gonna re-dry my hands. Just gonna re-dry my hands. This is the make or break. If you do a good climb, got vastly order of magnitude better chance to do the 6th phase. Okay. Okay. Get greedy. Dark Souls rules. Don't get greedy. horse back in the trash bin in the real world. Oh! Embrace the void. Oh my god. Oh my words. Alright. Let's unpause everything. Oh Jesus. Oh Lila, bless you.
That was legitness. Yeah.
Thank you, Mandy. Oh, the clip from Lila. That command. I was just like, please let that be the first one someone triggers. Didn't even have to say it. Mandy, thank you.
Spartans! What is your profession?
300 battle ready and slightly homoerotic bug bitties, and 3 lovely emotes, pride emotes for Stream with Pride shared as well. Stewie, thank you so much indeed.
And there was much rejoicing.
Kersey, thank you as well. We've embraced it. Now obviously still blind. I'm just going to mention this before I start doing a little bit of post recap. There's some things I haven't done yet. The things I haven't done that I'm not necessarily planning to stream. Well, there's one I'm going to have a go at. I'll get to that in a second. I'm not going to stream doing all the nail bindings. So I haven't done the nail bindings in the previous 4 Pantheons, and there seemed to be some special door that every time I beat a nail binding had another notch in it filled. I don't want to know what that is. I still need to do all the bosses on Radiant. I've done about 2/3 of them on Radiant. And I know that you can deliver a flower to the Godseeker and get a different ending, a final ending again. Gonna save that one for my own time or for special streams in the future. You know, like when I do a special event like a birthday or stream anniversary, or, you know, we reach 5,000 residents, followers, something like that. That's what that'll be for. But we've now done the Ultimate Battle Challenge. We've now done the Ultimate Battle Challenge. I think it's only right and proper for an encore to have a go at the Ultimate Platforming Challenge. Are you folks up for me trying a little bit of the Path of Pain? Oh, look at that. Wonderful. Well done on achieving this great feat. You persevered and triumphed. We hope you enjoyed yourself in the world of Hollow Knight. We'll meet again soon on the road ahead. Team Cherry, press any button to continue. I think the remainder... Oh, and of course, because I did this with much searching at the end of every ending to the game, Mr. Mushroom, aid the herald in passing on. I love this random thing that you get. I keep forgetting it's going to come. To be continued. Game completion. Oh, here we go. 112%. I did it in under 200. I did 112% in 119 hours and about 30 something minutes. It took nearly another 80 hours live to beat that one Pantheon. But it's worth it now. I really wanted to do it tonight. I wanted to come in under 200 hours. That was like a mental goal. When we got to I took that one hit on the jump. I was like, no, right. You know what to do. You've done this a ton of times. Just jump and dash through the beams. And when we're up on the platform, it's just take your time. 112%, 197 hours, 5 minutes, 9 seconds.
Remove the stone of shame. Attach the stone of triumph.
No! Not to panic. The game just closed itself. It said press any button. The game just closed itself. If that achievement isn't there anymore, I am going to fucking... Thank you, Perez. Yeah. The game's like, you're done. I'm gonna close it down. My pants are a fucking mess. right now, honestly. You've seen that scene in South Park. Where all the internet goes down, there's no internet porn, and Randy finally gets onto the one thing. Oh, look at his ectoplasm. Did you see the ghost? Oh, Jesus. Right, it better be listed in here. Because I was a bit put off, but I was a little bit like, right, the game shut itself down. Neglectly Zote to die. There's a future playthrough right there. Secret. It popped up on screen. The game should have recorded it. Speed completion. Memory. Secret. Oh, thank fuck. I almost panicked. There's the big 2 at the bottom. Embrace the void, ascend the Pantheon of Hallownest and take your place at its peak, and pure completion. Those are the big 2. Right there. Oh my words.